Next week, the winners of the 2018 Pulitzer Awards in still photography are going to be announced. Now, that's the highest honor a photojournalist can achieve. And now through mid-July, you can see these iconic images at Tulsa's Gilcrease Museum. It's a traveling exhibit on loan from the museum in Washington, D.C. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yet many of these prize-winning photographs leave visitors at a loss for them. Images both triumphant and tragic, some inspiring, some horrific, some capturing the biggest moments in history, and others intimate and personal moments in time.
These photographs are like triggers that release emotions and memories that may have been stored away. So many of them, you remember where you were, what you were doing, who you were with, and your reaction at the time.
There are 80 photographs in all, arranged in chronological order, beginning with the first winner back in 1942. Each year, 2 photographs or photo essays are selected, one for breaking news, the other for feature photography.
I think the hope of all journalists is that what they're doing makes a difference, and that for photojournalists, the pictures that they're taking matter. And make a difference to people's lives.
John Clanton is the photography editor for the Tulsa World. He's made his living taking pictures for 22 years. And while you don't have to be a professional to appreciate these images, he sees and understands their power in a unique way.
We love our communities, and we take a lot of pride in photographing people in our communities. And when we see something tragic, it's hard to watch and it's hard to witness. And again, I think that when we take pictures of tragic scenes, it's the hopes that something good will come out of it, that there will be a call to action, a call to prayer.
There are dozens of examples of that on these walls, including this photograph of a neglected patient at a mental health institution in Chicago.
This is what makes this exhibition so powerful, that the still photograph, with all our technology, it's the still photograph that's the most powerful weapon a journalist has. When that photograph was published, the public was outraged and they demanded change.
While many of these images do capture graphic, sometimes heart-wrenching moments, there are also several that inspire and celebrate the human condition. The joy of a family welcoming a soldier home from Vietnam, and the exuberance of a Nigerian relay team celebrating their bronze medal finish at the Olympics.
Psychologists know that a still image goes right into the memory portion of our brain much faster and more permanently than moving video does.
Mark's exactly right. You cannot see this exhibit and not be moved and impacted by these photographs. And you're encouraged to leave your thoughts. I want to read one to you here. It says, "To whom much is given, much is required. I am overwhelmed by the great adversity mankind faces. It awakens me from comfort-induced slumber and calls me to action, calls me to prayer, calls me to love more, requires me to judge less." That's from Rebecca.
Yes, every time I see the Oklahoma City bombing photograph.
2 of the Pulitzer-winning photographs in this exhibit were taken in Oklahoma. One from the Oklahoma City bombing, and the other from a 1952 college football game in Stillwater, entitled "Racial Attack on the Football Field."
What you see in the image is this A&M player delivering just a vicious hit to the face, head, that knocks the Iowa player unconscious, breaks his jaw. We see, on the one hand, how far we've come. If you look at Oklahoma State today, it's the African-American player as an integral part of their teams that have led to their success.
Times and society change, but these images never will. They are frozen in time, captured by brave men and women often facing dangerous and difficult circumstances, being in the right place at the right time, and then having the skill and composure to get the shot. Separately, each of these photographs is imbued with a power of its own, but when viewed collectively, they represent a shared human journey spanning 77 years.
I think these photographs are a part of the just American consciousness and being a citizen of the world. There's so many iconic images in here.